It's about that time for 2024 top 10 movies of the year. There were some great movies that you expected to be good, lived up to the hype, and some surprising movie was better than I expected. I actually struggled a lot to find my top 10, so I added honorable mention to my list because they deserve their just due and their respect. Number 10, Terrifier. You have Art the Clown going around slashing people brutally and having fun doing it. His kills are so brutal that he beat them so bad but then turn around and do stuff like wash dishes or mop the floor like nothing even happened. The fact that this movie beat Joker 2 with a budget a little over $10 million when a lot of people had high hopes about Joker 2 being a good movie, which I did not watch. I watched Joker 1 but I did not like it to the point that it put me to sleep. Because Terrifier 3 did me a favor of beating Joker 2, it deserves a top 10 spot on my list.
You're green. I am.
Number 9, Wicked. If Brew was basically misunderstanding due to her green skin and have a roommate who desired to be popular in Glinda. A really good movie that both characters become great friends until an unfortunate event caused them to go different directions in their life. The reason I have this at number 9 because of way too much singing. For every 10 minutes of dialogue, there's a song being sung. If you want to go see this movie, just be prepared. You're going to be in there for 3 hours. 2 of the hours most likely going to be singing. Number 8, Bad Boys, Ride or Die. Mike Lowry and Marcus Brunette had to embark in a drug cartel that their late captain was investigating at the time, and things started to get very dangerous, which involved in both men being set up. They basically want to clear their name because they were being set up by a group of people they don't know. Locks and action all over the place, in particular one scene where one guy was in a room like John Wick. This movie actually started out the blockbuster movies in the summer of 2024. Very electrifying, thrilling, and non-stop action. Number 7, The Fire Inside. An underdog story about Carissa Shield trying to become a female boxer. She had to embark in her mission to earn her spot in the Olympics in Japan and London, while going through her struggles in Flint, Michigan, to become one of the greatest female boxers of all time. Well constructed movie, and it's definitely based on a true story, which everybody loves an underdog story.
Decepticons! Rise up!
Number 6, Transformer 1. Animated movie is based on the story of how Megatron and Optimus Prime met. What started off as two of these guys as best friends, which led to finding an artifact for them to transform with the help of Bumblebee and Alita 1. When the truth was found out about what's actually going on, it created a crossroad where Megatron won revenge and ruled the world, but Optimus Prime want to change the world for good. One of the best Transformers movies they ever made of all time. Solid storyline and great acting all around.
If you aren't ready to leave, you'll have to exit through the back of my house.
Number 5, Heretic. You have two young missionaries later become in a deadly game of cat and mouse when Mr. Reed, a strange dude, questioned their fate to see if they want to stay alive. There were topics that was based on religion and politics where they go into deep detail, but Mr. Reed made life miserable for both of these women. Written great acting and storylines with 10 and make you question that you don't want to do any Jehovah's Witness or door to door again.
Good to see you again, Jack.
Number 4, Late Night with the Devil. So this movie actually came out in 2023, but it was in theaters in 2024. So I'm going to take this as 2024. Movie is based on a talk show host who tried to save his show due to low ratings. So he had a couple of guests on his show. One particular guest that caught his attention that it changed the dynamic of his show for permanently. However, he was warned about a woman but wanted to continue for ratings and views. As a result, things got frightful and horrific and he paid a serious price, which resulted in unfortunate death. Amazing movie that deserved in my top 5 list and definitely a must-see movie. Now, before I go to my top 3, I will add these movies as my honorable mention. One as being Smile 2, another was being Alien Romulus, and the last one I add is Inside Out 2.
Maximum effort.
Number 3, Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool is come crashing down on him when the Time Variance wanted to alter the time space to hide his true intentions. He had to pair up Wolverine, which makes the perfect team up. They had to team up against a threat that they were to eliminate the multi-universe. There was cameos everywhere like Blade, Elektra, and Gambit, and even the Human Torch. Wolverine has his power trying to fix the wrong because he failed the X-Men, while Deadpool tried to prove that he can be taken seriously. The chemistry of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman was amazing. The comedy was pretty funny. A little too much of sexual jokes, ball grabbing, but it's what we're gonna get from Deadpool, who is the merc of the mouth. I can appreciate the nostalgia bringing old Marvel movies back from the past, and this movie is definitely a must-see, where Sony can take a page from that book with their god-awful spin-off like Madawell, Morbius, Craven, and some other movie which I can't learn.
High-level security breach.
What did you do? What I had to.
Number 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles team up to stop in a stopover force named Shadow Wick. Shadow Wick had a storyline that his best friend, which resulted in an unfortunate death which caused him to be trapped for 50 years. Another person trapped for 50 years was Robotnik Grandpa. He obviously wanted revenge for world domination. This movie teaches a valuable lesson of working together as a team, even though the trio had to team up with their arch rivals, or enemy. They had to find a way to protect the planet, which they eventually did. They had Shadow Wick character like he was doing John Wick stuff. Excellent action, graphics, and supremely entertaining movie, and this movie is one of the rare trilogy that actually got better. Based on the end credit scene, it is safe to say that Sonic 4 will be coming soon.
Whose head could I give you that would satisfy this fury?
I must have power.
Number 1 movie to me is of the year is Gladiator 2. A lot of people did not like this movie because it was a copycat of the first one, and I understand that, and that's fine. I enjoyed this movie a lot because it showed what were the Romans were doing in those times, like reading books in your history class. Obviously, Denzel Washington basically carried this movie and done a brilliant job as a villain, which he does in all his movies since Training Day. Lucius must enter the Colosseum to do numerous battle, wanting revenge for his wife dead. His revenge was so deep that he neglected his own mom to get to the general. The battle scene was amazing and the acting was spot on. I know the Colosseum fight, the one where you fill in the water inside with sharks and stuff, was a bit weird, but it was very artistic and entertaining. Definitely top 10 movie in my book. Now I have officially in my top 10 list of best movies of the year. Let me know if you like my list or dislike the list, and I will be back and make another video of my top 10 worst movie of the year.